to get Homekit Secure video on your Wyze cameras without using the RTSP directly from Wyze. So if you're on a Windows computer like me, you're going to need to install VirtualBox. I'll link that in the description.
So once you install VirtualBox, you're going to need to watch this video that I linked in the description, and it'll show you how to get Homeassistant on VirtualBox, so then you can use Homeassistant to get your Wyze cameras in Homekit. So there's an add-on in Homeassistant. It's called Wyze Docker Bridge. I'll leave another video in the description on how to get Wyze Docker Bridge in Homeassistant. It's actually really easy. And once you get that installed in Homeassistant, it basically takes the live view of your Wyze cameras and puts it in Homeassistant so you can use them. If you have a pop-up on your screen that makes you enter your Wyze email and password again, click the link above it and copy your key ID and your API key from the Wyze website. And then on your Homeassistant, you're going to want to go to Settings, Add-ons, then the Wyze Docker Bridge, and then you're going to go to Configuration, and then you're going to paste the key ID and the API key where they're supposed to go. And then once you go back to Wyze Docker Bridge, then you can see all your cameras.
So once you paste them in here, you can go back to Info and click Start. So you can see all the different add-on CPU and stuff. Wyze Docker Bridge, and then here's your cameras. So sometimes they usually take a minute if it's the first time. This camera is offline, so it's not going to work. And you can click on Video, and you can go to HLS and Autoplay, which continuously reboots your cameras. It's highly recommended. So if you're using Homeassistant instead of Apple Homekit, and you just want your cameras to pop up on your home screen or whatever, that'll be in a different video, and I'll show you how to do that. So once you have Wyze Docker Bridge installed, you're going to copy the link, the RTSP link, from here. If you have a little lock by it, you're going to want to go down to Settings, Add-ons, Wyze Docker Bridge, and you're going to want to do Configuration. Scroll all the way down until it says Show Unused Optional Configuration Options. Scroll down until where it says Web UI Authentication, that's what it is, but you're going to want to turn it off, and then you're going to want to click Save. And then it'll ask you to restart, and then it should restart, and then you go back here, and we're going to retry. For some reason, if it says Bad Gateway, you're going to want to reload the whole Homeassistant up here, and there you go. So now you can go to Streams, and you can go to RTSP and copy link address. Then you're going to want to install Scrypted. It's really easy. Just go to Scrypted Cameras. It's usually the Dock Scrypted app. Then you're going to click on it. Then you're going to do Windows. And then you can do the PowerShell or WSL2 installation, but I don't recommend these. I recommend going to Download. And then don't click the Windows one or any other one. Click Download. So once you download it, you can click up here and then open it. First get in, you'll see create an account, your username and password, and then you should be brought to this screen. You're going to want to go to Cameras and Recordings, and since it's not a licensed one, you can't use the NVR. So you're going to want to go to Plugin Management, and then you can see now you have all these different plugins. Don't worry about these ones. These are the ones that we're going to want to install. So you're going to go click up here, we're going to click Install, and we're going to do RTSP. So once you do that, you're going to click Install. Next, you're going to install HomeKit. So it should be the first one here, and then you click Install. Once they're done installing, you're going to open the RTSP camera plugin. You're going to want to go to Add New, and then you're going to do the camera name that pops up in HomeKit. You can always change the camera name, but it's just easier to do it here. So I'm going to just do Garage. So now I'm going to create. I do not have a garage camera, so I'm going to use the same RTSP stream for my front yard camera. But basically, you just copy the RTSP from your Homeassistant. You do this, copy link address, go back to Scrypted, and then you're going to want to enter your username and password. You're probably not going to want to enter it for your Wyze account. In my opinion, it works better if you do it for the Homeassistant. So whatever you created for Homeassistant is the one that you're going to use in this one. So once you get those entered in, you will see the little RTSP stream URL. On your keyboard or your mouse, on your keyboard, you're going to do Control B, and it should paste it, or you can just right-click on your mouse, and then you can just click Paste. So then you're going to want to click Save RTSP. If you don't click it, then your camera's not going to appear, so you definitely don't want that. So then you're going to want to go to Extensions, and then you want to enable the Web GL Motion Detection. It's kind of weird, but it definitely works. And you're going to want to check off the HomeKit. So once you do that, you're going to want to go to the HomeKit and do the standalone accessory mode. Basically what it does is it uses this accessory as its own. So if you didn't do this and you did multiple cameras, then it would basically say it's a bridge, and then you add all these cameras to that bridge, and then you can't delete individual cameras. You have to delete the whole bridge, and then you lose all your recordings and all different stuff. So just do the standalone accessory mode. It's so much easier. So then click Save. You're going to want to go back to plugins, click HomeKit, and you're going to want to click Reload plugin. Once it's reloaded, you're going to want to go back and go to plugins. Then you're going to want to go to RTSP camera plugin, and then your camera, and then you should see a still image of your camera. And you can click on it, and then you should see a live view of your Wyze camera. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and you're going to want to click on HomeKit. Now you open HomeKit on your phone and you're going to want to scan this QR code. Open HomeKit, and then you're going to want to go to the plus and you're going to want to click Add Accessory. So now you're going to go to your QR code and scan it, and it should appear with a camera. Click Add to Home, and it should say this because it's not certified for HomeKit. You're going to click Add Anyway. It should say Setting Up, and it should say Adding to Home. We're going to do this one on the outside. We're going to click Continue, and then we can name it here. Just say Garage. And now you can do your, if you want Stream and Allow Recording when you're home, or you can do Stream and Allow Recording when you're away. That's how you get your HomeKit Secure video. If you have a lot of photos, you're definitely going to want to get Apple subscription. And basically the cheapest option, I think, is $4 a month, and it's for 200 gigabits of storage. So you get to have your photos, different applications that might need that, and you get to have all kinds of different stuff in there. To use your cameras, you're going to need that so it can do the recordings, and you're also going to need an Apple HomePod or an Apple TV or some sort of Apple device that recognizes it as a hub. And I would rather spend $100 than having to spend $12 a month for my cameras that I'm going to be having for a long time. So once you get the streaming and recording done, it says camera added to home. Now you can go, it should show your camera, and if you have it in your garage, you'll of course see your garage, but I don't. So you can click on your camera.
At the bottom of your screen is your timeline. It shows when all the motion was detected, and it also has face recognition.
Back in Scrypted, if your snapshot says snapshot failed, you can go to Snapshot, and in the link in the description, I have a link that will take you to GitHub, which will copy that, and then you can paste the URL from GitHub, and then you should see your snapshot. And if the snapshot doesn't work or your camera goes offline, you will see something like this. This is my backyard camera. It is currently offline, but you will see how the seconds? See, it went back to now. It's because Scrypted is getting that image from that camera at that certain amount of seconds. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're an Apple fan like me, now you get to have all your cameras in Apple HomeKit without having to pay for monthly subscriptions. One more thing I'm going to show you. If you don't want your cameras in here anymore, you just want to delete them, it's really easy. So if you've never used Apple HomeKit before, you just say, I don't need this camera. So you can click Settings, and you're going to want to do Remove Camera from Home. Not hard at all. And then there's also, you can Status Light, and Status Light, and it says notifications, activity notifications, and blah, blah, blah. You can set all that stuff up, but there's also like activity zones. You can create a zone where it will show your backyard. Right now, this camera's not working. That's the only camera I have a zone on, because in my opinion, it just makes sense. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next